This is a kind of natural desire because it gives us a sense of belonging. So, when is that becoming an issue? Every time that we demand that others make a lot of things for us that in reality we can do for ourselves. Of course, you can mention that in a relationship we have an exchange. And of course, that's right. But what are you exactly exchanging? Your wounds or your emotional balance? Your wounds wake up the wounds in the other. Your emotional balance wakes up the emotional balance in the other. The point here to notice the difference is when the other starts to feel drained, irritated, disconnected, and it will show us all that. At some point, some people can even call it a toxic dynamic because in the reality, you are feeling exactly the same that the other is feeling. But why we do that? What in us can be too much for the other? Things that can be too much for the other is our lack of self-confidence and our lack of self-love. We can have a core belief that says that we aren't worthy, good enough, and we have big doubts that we really can be loved. So, unconsciously, we are going to create situations for the other to prove to us that we are worthy, good enough, and loved by them. Now, let's see what can this create in your life. Arguments, accusations, conflicts that imply all the times that the other is not good enough, that the other doesn't value you, doesn't love you enough. The other is owing you a lot of things since you count all the good things that you did for the other. When you have the pain of not being good enough, that you are not worthy, you will have a tendency to diminish the other. As I said before, the other owes you something, and it's like you are giving the message to him, you are in debit with me. So unconsciously, somehow, you see the other as less or smaller. And this is exactly a mirror about how you see yourself. So in other words, you project your pain on the other. Possibly you are saying now, but the other does things that disrespect me. Well, here is the thing. Your own disrespect for yourself is vibrating and attracting that disrespect. Your lack of self-love is vibrating in your life in all the situations that don't make you feel love. Self-love, it's a layer quite deep and needs to be looked at with compassion. Don't postpone it for another time. Self-love, it's essential for your well-being and mental health. Have a lovely day.